Welcome to another episode of One on One. In this episode, I am thrilled to be sitting next to the world-renowned chef Massimo Bottura. How are you doing, chef?
I'm doing very good. Very good energy. Yesterday, Inter Milan won the Italian title of Serie A, and we have a double star on our, chest.
That's very good.
That's very good. Feels very good.
I mean, your energy is infectious because I can feel it. I'm excited too.
I hope so. This is my, I'm born like this, And my mom was always saying to my father, let him go. Don't push him to do whatever you want because, he has too many energy. Otherwise, it's going to be a trouble for us.
Yeah. I can imagine. So, Chef Massimo, you don't need an introduction. Okay. Your name itself is the introduction. You are the introduction. Yeah. I'm so thrilled to sit here with you. I have so many questions, but I want to start at the very beginning. I want to know what you were like as a little kid. So if I may, let's start the interview there. Can you tell me a little bit about your childhood? I know you said that you were born underneath your grandmother's table as she was making pasta.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the best memories you had growing up.
It is true. It is true. That's one of my very strong memory because I felt I was always close to my grandmother and my mom because they were spending a lot of time in the kitchen. The kitchen was a very important place when I was young and where everything was happening. And, there was always the table full of things, and I was a troublemaker, I have to admit. I was a troublemaker. And to be protected by my older brothers, they were chasing me from, anywhere. I was always under the table when my grandmother was defending me, from the older brother. And they were always saying, don't do that, because you're gonna spoil him, And I remember, some of the best days that, had was on the seaside with my mom and my sister Christina. We were the youngest one, and we were like having fun on the beach, hundreds and hundreds of friends because Italy is like this. When you're on the beach on June, July, and August, you have all these friends that come and families. They come from every year. They keep repeating. And that's why when first I had this opportunity to open in Dubai on the beach, touching the sand, I said, let's do it. We have to rebuild exactly the same atmosphere, the same feeling that I had when I was a kid, and we were like having fun at the beach,
Now I know that you studied law at some point in your life.
Yes, at 20 years old, at 20 after school, after I graduate as an accountant. So my father said, okay, you got the accountant background, now you have to study the law background, the more sophisticated, My older brother was an engineer, the other a doctor, the third one is an accountant, and the fourth one, it's me. I had to be the lawyer of the family, but actually I wasn't happy at all. To study all these, these details and law and, and my mom, that she knew me better than any other, she convinced my father to let me go. Mm-hmm. I think the secret of success is that, and I'm playing the same way that my mom played with me, with my daughter and my son Charlie. I let them go and decide what they want to do, because the secret of success is like waking up in the morning, going to bed in the night, and in the meantime you do what you have chosen to do.
Chef Massimo, how did you know what you wanted to do? So you were studying law. When was the moment that you realized, I don't want to do this and I want to pursue my passion?
I knew for sure that I loved cooking. That for sure. I was DJing. I was like doing many things, because my passion are like art, music, poetry, food, fast cars. I was like always in trouble with the cars, stealing the cars in the nighttime from the garage, like pushing the garage with my friend, the car outside the garage and driving. That was the 82, 81, 80, so a completely different era. And but I knew I didn't know exactly what I do then, but I always had a door open for the unexpected. So at one moment when I was like had this kind of discussion with my father and my mom, Paolo, my brother, I remember Paolo saying, "Listen, you love cooking so much. You grew up close to mom all the time here in the kitchen. Why don't you open a restaurant? There is a restaurant that is for sale, outside, and outside Modena, 10 kilometers from Modena. It's very close, beautiful in the countryside. You can do whatever you want, parties and stuff like that." I was like, let's go. Let's see what's going on. I saw the place. I didn't like the place. I liked the where it was, the location. I said, okay, let's do it. Let's jump. My friends, they were in shock. And they were like, oh my God, it's gonna stay 6 months, then it's gonna give up. And I'm still here,
Wow.
40 years later.
Wow. That saying that you say quite often, leave the door open for the unexpected.
Yeah.
That has led you to some incredible opportunities in your life.
Yes.
If you were to give advice, for example, if I were to ask you, how can I leave the door open for the unexpected? What would you say?
Get the, your passion into what you do. So if you really can do that, it's easy to say for me because I live on passion, like to me it's like, I couldn't do that, I couldn't live without my passion. And the obsession about quality is another thing that leads you to success. But when you have passion, you can transfer emotion. And people right now, 2024, they're hungry for emotions. There's a very flat, world there. And, people with emotions, with passion, with obsession, they really can make the difference.
I couldn't agree with you more, Chef. I think people are very hungry for connection at the moment.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
What was the biggest challenge for you in the beginning when you started as a chef, going from law school straight into being a chef?
The biggest challenge was survive, survive, because we didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect,
Right.
like it was like I jump and my first goal was to survive. So at the point I was extremely lucky, and I'm telling and explaining why. This was like the perfect example what it means, leave the door open for the unexpected. One day, 1 week later, I opened the restaurant. I heard the bell at the door of the entrance door ringing, and he said, "Who's there?" And this old lady. Actually, there's a picture of the old lady here in Torno, in one of the Polaroid, Lydia, that she was living on the other side of the field because we were in the middle of the countryside. She crossed the field and she came in and she said to me, "I'm Lydia Cristoni, I live on the other side of the field, and I have 35 years of experience on cooking, but I'm almost blind, as you see, and they fire me." And I said, "Listen, we need someone like you with experience. Instead of talking, go in the kitchen and show me what you can do." And she never left. Till 2018, when she died, she was working with us and teaching all the the kids, they're coming from all over the world as apprenticed. How to be humble, how to approach to tradition, how to roll pasta, how to fill, how to fold the tortellino. You know, that kind of approach, that it's an approach that is not just professional, but it's much more. It's about being humble.
That's an incredible story.
Yeah.
What was it about Lydia that you gave a shot to? Because I mean, in this business, it's all about, you know, innovation and younger chefs and younger people. Like, what was it about that changed for you?
She told me one thing, and she taught me two things extremely important. One was grow slow, like a tree. Put your roots deep into the ground, and you're gonna be stronger and stronger. Second one was like, sit down 2 times a day and eat with your team, because your team is your family. Lydia taught me that. Now we have Francescana family. We have almost 1,000 young kids working from Tokyo to Los Angeles. And it's like I teach them exactly the same thing. And the chef, the maître, you know, they all have this kind of attitude. You know, the attitude of treating everyone like part of the family. When I don't see that, you know, I'm getting very upset. And you know, that's the most important thing, because when you play as a family, you stay together, you're stronger and stronger, you get stronger and stronger. And that's why I dedicate the new menu of Osteria Francescana, called Globale, to all my team, from Tokyo to Los Angeles.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic advice. Now, I know a few things about you, and I'm here to get to know more things about you, but I know you don't compromise on fresh ingredients. I know that you do not like food wastage. What are some of the other key principles that you live by in your kitchen?
One of, you know, we ask always, when we hire someone, we look at each other, and, you know, if I see the sparkle in the eyes, I don't care about CV, I care about passion. So you really want to work with us? Show me. And this is the rule is like, there's no rules, the specific rules. You just have to play for the team. Don't worry if you don't know something, we're gonna teach you. And this is the way we shape the mind of the people. And one of the things that I always say to everybody, read more and more. The more you have culture, the more you can express yourself. And culture is the most important ingredients for the chef of the future. Or you have it, or you don't have it. So that's a very important part.
I really enjoyed listening to you talk about culture and food all the time. And I know you've traveled pretty extensively yourself. What are some of the most incredible cultural experiences you've had?
3 days ago, I was in India. You know, every year I dedicate 1 week, 5 days, 1 week to India, because India really fascinates me, and it's very spiritual, and you know, all the people, they found a way to live together, even if they're like, and you know, but the things that I love the most is like the feeling that the people, they transfer to me, and the happiness that I feel when I arrive. You know, there was like a big party for me, and but we are there for who? Not for me, not for my team, not for them, for 2 orphan places, you know, that we support, and baby girls, one in Mumbai, one in Delhi, and we were like, we dedicate 1 week for dinner where we can raise lots of money, and we could support these 2 orphan places and pay for the education of all these baby girls for the whole year, because we charge a lot of money. Actually, we were selling also, we sold, so not that we were selling, we sold the tablecloth that we're using to finish a beautiful psychedelic veil. And then after that, all the splash of the color on this tablecloth, we finish with as a landscape, and we auction the painting, the tablecloth, and
That's cool.
That's very cool.
We're sitting in Torno Subito now, and I know you spoke before about the inspiration behind this place, the atmosphere in here. You wanted to create childhood memories from Rimini when you was a kid.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what that feels like and what we're supposed to feel like when we come in here?
At Torno Subito, it's a very, very special place. Actually, we just opened Singapore and we will open Miami because Singapore investors, they came here and they were mind blown by this idea.
Congratulations.
And the same, the investor in Miami. No, we want Torno Subito in Miami because this idea is amazing and things. For sure, it was very avant-garde because it's not a classic Dubai place. This is a playful place and very color, very joy and happiness, not darkness, not gold, not silver, And this is what I really wanted. I want to have fun. And the old menu is played like that. Federico, actually I'm here now because the new menu is coming out. And Federico is this amazing chef who worked for a long time for Aston Blumenthal dinner. He was here. He's a super talented chef, young, talented from Rome. He's playing. He's exactly, understand the feeling, and he's playing with names, with food, with ingredients, and mille frolle di foglie, like those kind of crazy names, like sapore di mare, as a sea salad, like. So, you come here and you can experience a very playful, contemporary Italian cuisine, but having also the tagliatelle al ragu, like very classic, very modernist and traditional. And on the other side, the best pizza you can get in the whole area, because this is who we are. Like, details makes a difference. So the pizza is made with the right yeast, checking the weather outside, humidity, the right flour. The mozzarella coming from Latteria, the best place in Italy. So it's like we really care about details and ingredients, as you said before. This is my obsession, because contemporary cuisine, it's about the quality of the ingredients and the quality of the ideas.
Well said. And you're right, the pizza here is fantastic.
It's fantastic.
What is your favorite pizza here, by the way?
Pizza?
Yeah, when you visit, what do you get?
To me, I'm always classic.
Okay.
I would serve just margherita marinara, but here people ask for more, and so I really love the Wagyu pizza with very good mozzarella, white, and finish with a coppa. It's classic preparation from my area, but made with a beautiful beef, Wagyu, smoked, and sliced very thin. It's melting on the margherita, so it's like
I'm ready for lunch.
Me too.
So, Chef, I have this argument with my friends quite a lot, and I want to ask you, but I want to know if you get this question before. What do you think about pineapples on pizza? Is it a yes or a no?
No. It's always it depends what kind of things, what kind of pineapple, where you are, what time of the day. It's very complicated.
Okay.
Pineapple, I'm not against. Some Italian pizzeria now are making pizza with pineapple. So there's a debate, to be outrageous, to break the rules. But it depends on what you do. If I have a beautiful pineapple, I slice it very thin. I compress into pineapple something. Like, for example, I can think about some smokiness, some marinate in salty water, like seawater.
Yeah.
You know, and give the perception of less sweet, a little bit savory. So the umami, you know, find the umami into the pineapple. It can match with the pizza, but you know, 99.9% of the people, they don't even pay attention to that, and they like the pizza with pineapple because it's like savory and sweet.
Yes.
And that's it.
I love that answer. It makes me feel much better about liking pineapples on my
Good.
pizza.
Good.
Okay, so Osteria
Francescana
is one of the most successful restaurants in the world.
Yeah.
Its accolades are incredible. It's been around for 2 decades and
more.
counting.
Almost 30 years.
Almost 30 years.
And you know, there's like we are fully booked 7 days a week, lunch and dinner, with 6 months in advance reservation.
I wanted to ask you if you could invite any 3 people to Francescana for a dinner. They could be historical people. It doesn't even matter who they are. Who would you invite? Why would you invite them over for dinner?
Oh my God, this is a big answer. For sure, I would invite my mom and my grandmother, table of 2, because I want to show my mom how evolved is my cuisine, and to my grandmother, how when she was pushing me to keep studying, not play soccer, you know, and she convinced me to do that, and so she was like, she would be so proud of that. That's for sure. I would invite Bob Dylan.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was one of my biggest inspiration.
Wow.
You know? Bob Dylan and his poetry. I dedicate the last menu, the last year, the chance of last year. I'm Not There. It dedicate, you know, I got inspired by the I'm Not There, the movie that Dylan was shooting, you know, and he wasn't there, but you know, Richard Gere was playing the Dylan hobo.
Okay.
Christian Bale, the Dylan macho, and Kate Blanchett, the Dylan feminine part.
Wow.
So it's very interesting things.
Yeah.
That's why I said, okay, guys, reinterpret all my cuisine. I'm not gonna be there. I'm guiding you, but I'm there. So the menu was like, we won every single prize on gastronomic guides.
Wow.
And then I don't know, probably share some bread with Jesus Christ.
Oof.
I would break the bread and I would say, do you have any advice on this bread? Maybe baking some stuff.
I love that. I want to come to your dinner. What is the most memorable dish you've ever made, and who did you make it for?
You know, when my friend Marco Bizzarri became a CEO of Gucci, you know, for 1 whole year, we were traveling around the world in the most amazing places.
That's exciting.
And we were like doing the most crazy dinner ever. You know, so one of them for sure is me. Oh, the wedding of the Arnault family. You know, Alexandre Arnault got married, and you know, I'm working with Gucci, so it's like the other side, and the Arnault family is this side. So, but Alexandre said, I want Massimo to cook for my wedding against everyone, and so we did 300 people dinner. Imagine the people that were there.
Wow.
You know, and it was all secret, it was like very intimidating when Bernard Arnault touched me. I was talking with Jay-Z and Beyonce, and he was touching me on the back, and she was saying, and he was saying, are you the best chef in the world? I was like, whoa, Bernard Arnault is talking, you know, and I said, no, I'm just the chef of the evening. Okay. And this was the beginning at the entree. So imagine the whole dinner out things. And then after, I serve the tortellini with a very thick, not thick, very umami Parmigiano Reggiano sauce with white truffle, shaved white truffle on top, matching with Chateau d'Yquem 1990.
Wow.
It didn't even, we were plating, he didn't even wait for me to finish. He came into the kitchen, he looked at me, in the meantime I was playing, and he said, now I understand. That's a big deal. Or like, you know, there's so many. Like when you cook for the Oscar party and you have you see the screen with all these different tables, and in each table, each person has a different request. So you imagine me cooking with every single table. We had to have eyes there and eye at the food to make this. It's not no gluten, gluten-free, pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan. Like every single table, different things. It was like, wow, that was very challenging.
I can't even imagine.
No, it's like cooking for 50 people. Like, and imagine who they were, these 50 people, and for each person we have to cook a special dinner. You know.
But I mean, you're incredible, so
I know, but you know, it was very challenging, very challenging.
I mean, also the story you told before about cooking for a wedding. What a lucky bride! I mean, it must have been incredible.
When it's I signed with them.
Nice.
So we're gonna be part of the Belmont, you know.
Incredible! Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
What a beautiful, beautiful opportunity. So, if your life could be any dish, what dish would it be?
Oh, for sure. Oops, I dropped the lemon tart. I'm, you know,
Fantastic.
it's like, it's, I love imperfect things, you know, I love imperfection. But when you really, you know everything and you forget about everything, you can break everything, even the rules, but create new rules, not just to break them, to create new rules, new boundaries. And imperfection is one of the things that makes you feel, oh, if he breaks, you know, a lemon tart, I can break a lemon tart in life.
In life.
You know? So imperfection and mistakes could be an opportunity. And not to be afraid to make mistakes, but have an opportunity to create something new. So this is like, probably is my life. But in the base of everything, there's the quality. The quality of a capers that is salted by the natural wind of Pantelleria, you know, amazing. Of a bergamot that grows on the soil, volcanic soil in Calabria, you know, and you have like very intense bergamot. The juice of the lemon from Sorrento, you know, what do you want? You know, it's like paradise on earth. So I would pick that.
I think that is perfect. And I love that you love the imperfect.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
You know, I have a dish called a potato who wants to be a truffle. But I want to be a potato. I don't want to be a truffle.
You want to be a potato?
Yes, of course.
Why?
Because a potato is an humble, beautiful ingredient that, if you look at the history, help lots of people and save lots of life.
Yes.
So a potato, you know, I was cooking in the largest kitchen in the world in New Delhi at the Sikh temple, and I was cooking there with in the incredible 35,000 people, and we were like peeling and cooking potato, mountains of potatoes, you know, matched with a lot of spices. You know, potato it's a big deal.
I think everybody should want to be a potato now.
I hope so. I hope so. That means humble, important ingredient.
Now, I know that you are a music lover, and I believe we have something in common in that we both listen to music first thing when we wake up in the morning.
Absolutely.
So tell me, what do you listen to when you wake up
Today?
in the morning? Yeah.
Today I was listening to John Coltrane.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, but you know, I was listening to John Coltrane, I pick John Coltrane. It's like this. Every day there's a new thing. But I'm open to persuasion. So it's not that, you know, I'm going to jazz, specifically jazz, because, but today it was like, I need to hear that warm, deep saxophone that gives me coziness.
Got it.
Transfer the coziness.
So the music kind of inspires your mood for the day, if you will?
Could be.
Yeah?
Could be, yeah.
Do you play music in the kitchen when you're cooking?
We play music when we do the prep,
Okay.
especially in the morning. You know, coming in, you have 1 hour of classic, most Mozart, because we need to reset the balance.
Sure.
In the beginning. Then they play, the guys, they play whatever they want. And then we have our playlist that we pick together.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah,
It's very exciting team.
If I'm an absolute, you know, they don't listen to me. They just want to break the rules. But if we create our own rules, it's our own rules. So.
Yes. Oh, that's very smart.
Yeah.
What an extraordinary leader. That's incredible. Talking to you more, I see clearly why you are the success that you are. And you've achieved so many great things. But do you still have more things on your bucket list?
I don't know. Yeah, of course. In my future, there will be always future. So I don't know how I'm going to wake up tomorrow. You know, now we have the new Torno that is opening in Miami with Bernardo, the chef that you know, open here. We found, you know, Federico on our way, and I'm extremely happy about him. But the next, who's going to be the next? It's going to be Oro in Venice at the Cipriani. It's like, yeah, that on the other side, you know, we have this policy. So Enrico has this idea of that we share with all the team. We open a restaurant, and on the side a soup kitchen. A restaurant, a soup kitchen.
Wow.
So now we have 13 soup kitchen, 12 restaurants. So we need to open another restaurant to get like even. You know, so it's like, it's a way to, okay, your success, but you have also give back.
Responsibility.
So the responsibility of giving back, that's a very important, you know, thing.
Chef Massimo, do you see yourself expanding any more in this region?
I don't know. I'm always open, but I don't know what's the project for the future. As I know, there's no project, you know, in the region.
You leave the door open.
I'm always leave the door open, especially when I have when I meet interesting people, and you know, when I'm here, you know, we do like events. Actually, yesterday night we had like a beautiful private party here with a CEO from all over the world, and they were all like so into. You know, I couldn't leave. You know, I missed the first
game,
5
the
minutes.
first
I missed
half.
the first 5 minutes of the game.
It's the best 5 minutes.
You know, I know. No, they were like studying each other. So.
Okay, and what about you personally, Chef? Is there any personal goals you have for yourself that you want to achieve?
It was like in last 23 June, we received the gold medal at the American Academy for Culture. First time a chef in the middle of all these people, Fellini, Fontana, all the most important artists in the 20th century, the most important filmmakers, you know, and you know, they decide the Academy to give me the prize about culture. So this is big deal.
Wow.
Or the French, they gave me the Farnese Prize, culture too. You know, I was like, wow. So, you know, in Italy, they don't think that food is about culture, but they think it's always about business. I always said the opposite, because Italian cuisine is not about business, it's about completely different approach. And finally, someone understood and listened to my words. So that's a big deal. Like, it's a big deal being named one of the 100 most influential chefs in the world by Time. people in the world by time, or you know, being the ambassador for the United Nations. So there's a lot of things that I'm proud of. So I don't know what is going to be next. You know?
Well, we are very excited to see what you do next. It was an absolute pleasure and a privilege for me to do this. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We are so happy that we caught you when you came to Dubai. We have a section on the show called This or That. So how it works is I will ask you two things and you will tell me the one without even thinking that you prefer. So before we wrap up this show, I'm going to do that with you now, if that's okay.
Okay, all right.
Are you ready, Chef Massimo?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Day or night?
Night.
Ravioli or tortellini?
Tortellini.
I knew you were going to say that.
Of course.
Dine in or dine out?
Dine in.
Red or white?
Red.
Red.
Passion.
Chocolate or cheese?
Both.
You're cheating.
Let me one to play both.
Okay, fine. I will allow that.
No, because I love cheese and I think about Parmigiano, but I'm crazy about chocolate.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh man, so fun. Chef Massimo, thank you very, very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
It was an absolute pleasure.
That's it.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.